The big settings for your computer is system. So in this system, we have a lot of things. Number one is display, which really we taught you how you can manage it. Display settings. It's the same thing as that. So we're not gonna teach one more time. And I know, and I really believe that you practiced over time, and you're now the master of display settings. In the sound settings is where you can manage the sound of computer. Where you can first options where you can choose your output devices of your speaker. In here you have the master volume. I mean, it means that whenever it's 48, all the applications will be 48. So it's really master volume. Of course, each applications have their own sound. So let's go to the sound in here. So you can see now this is the master value, and also you can mute this. But whenever you right click on it, so let's click on it. So where is it? Okay, and here you have the sound mixer. So you can click. Now you can see my computer has 3 sound modes: speakers, system audio, and one is OPS. So, and they are at the master level. So I can really manage the whole volume from here. Device properties is where you can see the properties for your speaker. You can change the icon name, and you can disable it. So right now you can see I don't have any sound, but right now my sound is back. Spatial sound is where you can manage it, and you can turn it on if really you have headphones or something else. And in here you have your balance audio system, which is you can control over left speaker and right speaker. Related settings is where you can really see a lot of options for your audio, but we'll talk about this at the end of this section. And have a question if you can, if you wanted to have some questions, so go ahead and click in here and ask. Make Windows better. You can give, as always, feedback to Windows to make it better. Troubleshoot is the first option for troubleshooting the computer. Now we will talk about it. Whenever computer don't work, the audio especially, so we're gonna come and we are gonna hit this button. This really helps to and really understand the cause, the problem, and then itself will solve you the problem. But sometimes it does not, so we will take another step. Manage sound devices is where you can see all your sound devices: speaker, microphone, strobe mix, and everything. And you have the input, which means you have the microphone. Now it has input and output, so you know that. And this is the microphone I'm using right now. And this is the device properties, as also as the speaker. You can manage its volume in here. As you can see, it's really up. And troubleshoot is where you can also understand the problem and then fix it. It has also managing it. It's the same thing, really. And you have the inputs again. It's the same thing, really. Bluetooth and other devices, we'll talk about and sound control, microphone privacy, ease of access audio settings. So let's talk about 2 of this at this sound audio options. So let's click on sound. In the sound, we have a lot of advanced things to do. Number 1 is playback, which means it's the speaker for your computer. By the way, Windows is really deciding, and it's really having this decision to really remove all the control panel settings. This belongs to control panel. So we might not have it in the future, but still, the thing we learn in here is really the basic, and you can go with that. And let's click in here. In the playback, you have the sound and you have the speaker. You can do a lot of changes with this. You can change its name, you can change its icon, go to the properties, and you can see its jack information. You can enable it or disable it. You can customize it, limit the output. You can change the levels for this, the enhancements if you wanted to. And this is another effect for the sound. And advanced is where you can really check your audio, audio speaker. And Dolby is really another feature that really makes the speaker a little bit louder and more good quality. Some computer has it, but some computer don't. And recording is where you can see all your recordings. For me, it's right now one recording. So I can really click. I can set as a default, or maybe I can really see as a default communication device or something else. Or I can really manage that so you can see right now. It's not a good idea. And that's really better. And you can see properties. It has properties too, a microphone name, icon, and everything. Listen is where you can listen back to you using your audio mic to the speaker. So at the same time, you listen, you speak, and you listen. And it is continuous really on the when on the it's on the battery power, but it's really gonna be disable automatically if your computer is to save mode. So anytime you wanted to, just check mark and really listen back, and after you apply, it'll take the change for you. Levels is where you can also levels, or you can have microphone boost if you want to. Enhancement is where you can have the audio echo or something like that, but I already disabled all. Advanced is where you can see all thing advanced about your audio microphone format. Now for me, it's DVD. That's all about the sound and some microphone privacy settings. We will talk about these two because it's privacy. It's the end of this section, as I think. And let's go back to sound and ease of access. We'll talk about this too. Now, as you noticed, we reviewed everything in here, and we have one more options to go, and this is app volume and devices performance. This is the master volume, output, and input, but you can change for every app the setting as output or as input. You can change every application you wanted to, so it's your choice, and you can reset it, and you can have fun with the sound. Okay, this is the sound. Everything we learned is really great options, so it's time for you to manage and become master using it.